Good morning from Montreal's Mirabel Airport, YMX, to the north of the city, and we're here to visit Nolinor. It's an airline I've been seeing on social media in photos and videos for years. Now I get to be up close to it. So cool with this fleet, some of the oldest 737s in the world, many of them with gravel kits for flying up to the rough airfields of the north, taking cargo, passengers, charter, and very flexible, versatile fleet where they can swap in and out seats and go just about anywhere up here in the remotest parts of Canada. Really cool to be able to check this out. Let's take a tour around their fleet, a lot of which happens to be parked here on the ramp right now, getting ready to depart on their departures for the day. Here you have an up-close look at the famous, very unique 737-200 thrust reversers in the deployed position currently as they're maintaining this aircraft. So here in the hangar right now, we've got a 200 and a 400 undergoing maintenance. This one looks like it's going through some pretty heavy checks. Got a bunch of panels removed. They're working on engines. It's always really cool to see inside those old 200 engines, the JT8Ds especially. Over here we've got a couple of very shiny and pretty new Learjets. I believe this one is new to the fleet behind me here, and the other one is less new to the fleet, but they're quite a contrast from these big old 737s. Both beautiful in their own way, of course. And I gotta make sure I don't run into a winglet. I don't want to scratch up this beautiful plane here. Another very cool thing they're doing here is that they offer any employee who's been here at least a year a chance to train to be a pilot. So they will pay for the training, and they have 2 Cessna aircraft over here just for that purpose. Training up employees who want to go from being ramp workers, etc., maintenance technicians even, to being a pilot on one of these planes. And it makes sense because they need pilots. So it's a great policy to offer that to employees to move up the ladder, basically, if they want to. And you have a steady stream of potential pilots that way too. Really smart and great for the employees. Alright, and now we're in yet another variant. This is the 300 Classic. Well, very similar inside to the 400 in a way, but the seats are totally different. Much more of that classic airplane seat. And I'm guessing no mood lighting in here. So this 300 is never used for all cargo. It's generally passenger aircraft. But they were telling me that when there are forest fires in the north and you can't get up there with fuel, they will put so-called bat tanks on here. So they take out the seats, put in the bat tanks in order to be able to ferry up a bunch of fuel to help out up in the north when they're doing firefighting. Let's try out this seat as well. Again, super comfortable. There are these previous generation seats that go up way lower, like, so they're not at the back of your head. It's pretty funny. A different kind of style from bygone era, but nice to sit in for sure. Last but not least, this is the 737-800. It's got to be the newest one in their fleet. I'll double check about that, but I'm assuming because it's an 800 and this is also flying for that other brand OWG. And yet another type of seats in here. They also look very comfortable, chunkier than on the 400, but lovely. I like the little logo with the airplane and the heart. And we can try taking a seat in one of these as well. Sampling the entire fleet today. Not often you get to do this with an airline. Comfy seats. Nicely padded and with, check it out, adjustable headrests. An unexpected perk.
as an aviation company, first mission is to provide a safe and reliable service to our customers.
Yeah.
So our customers being mostly mining industry, government, and different big organizations. We are providing charter services to them. Good service. This is what we do at Nolinor, and we're taking a part of the industry that is always missing. Some operator do some different stuff. We do things differently because we are capable of adapting to our customer needs. So this is what we do.
Right, so kind of versatility and ability to operate into
Exactly.
remote areas, right?
And I think we have the best aircraft for this. The 737-200 especially is a versatile aircraft. Modifying the configuration, we can do cargo, tank, a fuel tanker, we do a combi. We're switching the configuration very often according to our customer needs. And they request us next day we need 3 pilots, etc. We're switching the configuration of the aircraft very often. And we operate at a very harsh environment, landing in the Arctic, far away from any services. We are capable of being self-sufficient with our aircraft at every airport we go. So this is basically our strong ability to serve our customers. Most of the flying is during the summer. You know, the regular customer mining, they have the same service, the same level of flying. We have extra hours that we can provide to our other charter. And during the summer, we do a lot of cruise ship in the Arctic, cruise ship south in Florida, etc. And we can do also, hunting trips. There's a season in Churchill, Manitoba, where the polar bear is at the end of the fall. So we're always there out of Winnipeg to Churchill to service those flights, extra flights. And during the winter, what is very special is that the extra capacity is served to back up the bad weather in the Arctic, because the mining industry in the Arctic, during the summertime the weather is good. We have a very reliable operation. During the winter we use this extra capacity to back up and need the extra flights to support this operation, because conditions are a little bit tougher, and sometimes we have to delay the flight, or we have to cancel, or push the flight to another day, and then we need extra capacity to be able to complete those flights. So we use that for this.
So it sounds like the sort of headline is sort of adaptability, like you say, versatility.
Always. And in the Arctic, you don't have the same parameters that you have down south. You have blizzard, you have windy conditions, runway condition problems a lot. You have sometimes caribou, which is blocking the road between the mine and the airport. So we have to postpone the flight because of those parameters. Is very environmental, parameters that we need to take into account. So
yeah, very few operations like yours, I guess. It's a rare thing in the world. And part of it's such a fascinating airline. Like a lot of us that watch from the outside think like, wow, that's cool what they do.
Yeah, absolutely. And what is also cool is we're based in Montreal, so we have all those facilities. Is a hub, Montreal. All the services in here, all the parts. There's multiple companies space in here. It's very international hub. And then we leave it to the north, which there's just nobody, and we alone. So and we're coming back every day. So that's very nice. We also have a secondary base in Edmonton, which is similar to Montreal, a little bit smaller. And then we have another secondary base in Yellowknife, which is like the end of the road, where we can park an aircraft and then supply the mines from that location. A nice airport to operate the 737-200, especially since there's no noise requirement at this airport. We can actually leave at 2 a.m. in the morning with those aircraft without any problematic with the population surrounding the airport. So it's the best airport to operate 24/7 operation, even with a little bit noisy aircraft. A little more noisy aircraft.
I hadn't thought of that aspect of it, yeah. Cool. All right, what a cool day, getting to check out Nolinor's operation, getting in and out of all the different aircraft they have, speaking to some of the people here, seeing the maintenance. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like the video, all that good stuff. And I'll see you next time. In Montreal, I'm Gabriel Lee.